Hello friends, in this step we want to look at one of the questions that was set in the national exam, mathematics paper 1 of the Kenya National Examination of 2023, number 15. And this was the question. We asked and I told that the equation of a curve is y is equal to 3x squared minus 2x. Then we are asked to determine the equation of the normal to the curve at a point x is equal to 2. Now what this means, when we are asked for normal to a curve, a normal to a curve is a line perpendicular to the tangent to the curve at a given point. For instance, like what we have in this diagram, if this is our curve, then this line that touches the curve, this is what we call the tangent. Now is the tangent at this point. It touches the curve at this point. So if at the same point we draw a perpendicular line to that tangent, that perpendicular line is what we are referring to as the normal. So how do we get its equation? Now, first of all, we have to approach it by first getting the gradient of the tangent, and then we'll use that gradient of the tangent to get the gradient of the normal, and then move from that point. Now, this question doesn't expect us to draw first. This question expects us to use calculus, and the branch of calculus in this case that is applicable is differentiation. So what do we first of all need to do? The first step is to get the gradient of the tangent, which we get by getting the gradient function dy dx, or the derivative of the equation that we have there. And the derivative of that equation is 6x minus 2. So this is what we are calling the gradient function or derivative. Now a gradient function is used for getting the gradient of a curve at a given point. So in our case, we are told that the curve passes through a point x is equal to 2. So we need to know what is the gradient. Therefore, at x is equal to 2, our dy dx, which is the gradient of the tangent at that curve, at that point of the curve, will be 6 times 2, because the value of x is 2 here, minus 2, and that gives us 10. So that's the gradient of the tangent. But remember, we've been asked for the normal, and we have said that the normal is a perpendicular line to the tangent at that point. So gradient, now the next step is to get gradient of normal, the perpendicular line to the tangent. So we know from our knowledge of gradients of straight lines, if you have two gradients, call them M1 and M2, their product, if these two lines are perpendicular, the product of their gradients is -1. So if we choose 10 to be M1, then the normal, and remember 10 here is the gradient of the tangent, so the normal will be -1/10. The gradient of the normal will be -1/10. So we know the equation, therefore the next step is to get the equation. Now the equation of the normal will be of the form y is equal to mx plus c. Now we know our m is 1/-10 plus c. So what we need to do is to find the value of c, and therefore we shall have solved the problem by telling the equation of the curve. So how do we get the value of c? To get the value of c, you need to know the value of y, because you already know the value of x, the point through which the line passes at x is equal to 2. Now when x is equal to 2, the value of y from the curve, we substitute. To get the value of y, we substitute in this equation. So we'll have 3 times x squared. Now our x is 2, so 2 squared minus 2x, but our x is 2. So that's what we have, and this gives us 12 minus 4, which is 8. So we have the value of x and we have the value of y. We want to use these two values, the value of x and the value of y. We substitute in this equation to get the c, the point through which the normal cuts the y-axis. So therefore, to get c, when we substitute there, we'll have 8 is equal to negative 1 over 10 times 2, because the line passes through the point where x is equal to 2, plus c. So therefore our c becomes 8. Now when you work this out, you'll have negative 1 over 5. So plus 1 over 5. When you take this negative 1 over 5 to the other side, it becomes positive. So we'll have 8 and 1 over 5. And therefore, the question that is required by this question is y, that is the equation of the normal, is y is equal to negative 1 over 10x plus 8 and 1 over 5. This is what the examiners required of this question. Thank you so much for your audience. Hope you benefited. I request you to subscribe. If you haven't, then give me a like. You can share your comments, and also please remember to share this video with your friends. Bye. Stay safe.